Hello, this is Christina Rodriguez recording another video for you, and this one is about how to archive the scans. So this is to remove data basically from the Incucyte machine and put it onto our external hard drive to save space on the Incucyte machine. So what you're going to do is go to this task list over here on the left and click on Archives, and then you're going to up it in this little search bar. You can just type in your labs. So I'm in the Gertz lab, so I'm just typing this in. And then it'll come up with all the scans for your lab that have not been archived yet, that are still on the Incucyte machine. So I currently have all of March 2nd through March 10th archiving at this moment, and you can kind of see that over here. This little box is showing that that's going on and it's not done yet. It does take a couple hours to be done. So we're going to go ahead and click a few and see how much storage space those will take up. So this would basically be the rest of March. So we will click whichever ones we want, and the thing about this is that you want it to be less than 100 gigs. So I'll get back to that in just a sec. Right now it already automatically finds it. As of right now, we are putting these files onto an external hard drive, the MyBook D drive. And again, I'm in the Gertz lab, so we're putting this into the Gertz folder there. If it weren't already clicked on there, you could just do the browse, and you'll see over here under my computer the MyBook, which is the D drive. And if you click that, you'll see Gertz Incucyte. So, and that's where we want to be. So I'm just going to go back to that Gertz Incucyte and press select folder so that I'm within there and not accidentally doing this within a folder in there. So, and I'm just going to name this something that makes sense. So we've got March 17th to March 20th, and this is 2020. It's currently July, so we're a little bit behind, clearly. And now we're going to click on Create Archive. And so what it's doing now is estimating, before it goes ahead and starts, it's estimating how large this archive would be. So like I mentioned, it has to be under 100 gigs. It looks like we're going to be pretty good here, but I'll still keep it this small. If you try to do larger than 100 gigs at a time, it will just crash as it's going. So it's best to just keep them under 100 gigs, and you really do just have to kind of select a few. I normally select around 5 or so and kind of try to organize it in a way that makes sense timeline wise, and not like split up in the middle of a date or something. That way it's just easier for people to go back and find their scans on here. So, but again, as long as it's under 100 gigs, you should be good. So this will be done in just a sec. As you can see, it can take a little bit of time. So, and this is all key because initially when the Incucyte runs, what happens is it takes those images and it stores them on the device itself. Now that device is obviously limited in space, and so we need to continuously be freeing up space so that we can, all the labs will be able to continue with future experiments. So in order to do that, we archive them onto our external hard drive. And here we will go ahead and press continue. That's only about 40 gigs, so that looks good. And it says it should take around an hour, which is pretty common, 1 to 2 hours, especially once you're doing a few at a time. But you can easily just set a few of these, have them just run overnight, and then the next morning check on them to make sure. And that's what I'm about to go over. So once you're done, once it's archived onto your external hard drive, you're going to have to go back and delete it from the actual Incucyte. But before you do that, you need to make sure that it successfully went to your external hard drive. You don't want to delete it and then find out that it somehow got corrupted or something, or you didn't actually click all of those ones, whatever it be the case. So what you want to do is, again, go to, oh, sorry, actually I didn't tell you. You're still within this Archives tab, and you're going to go over to this top right one that says Browse Archives Attached to My Computer. Makes sense. And you're going to browse. And what you want to do is go to this Gertz Incucyte, if you're in the Gertz lab. Go within here, and then whichever it is that's now completed. So for example, these two are actually currently archiving, so I'm not going to try and check those. but we'll go ahead and look at February 2020. Now this one I've already archived, I've already actually deleted it from the original Incucyte, so we know for sure it'll work, but just as an example. This is also, of course, how you would access any scans that have already been archived and are on, and now you want to go back and get that data. So the key here, it's a small weird thing. Don't double click this because that'll bring you into it, and it needs to be selecting from the whole folder. So you want to go back to Gert's Incucyte. You want to just click it so that it's highlighted and it's written down here in the folder, February 2020, and just press select folder. I know every other time you would normally just double click, but it's just a small thing that could throw you here. So here you can see these are all the ones from February 2020, and you just want to click on a few. You don't really have to check every single one. I normally check 2 to 3 of these to see, and you just want to make sure that it shows up like this, where you have your original images and you can click around onto different wells and it looks like everything is still there, plus all the original analyses are there. So I just double click down here on an analysis job and you can see it's giving me the information about that analysis job. It's able to put on the confluence mask. Again, I can click around on the wells, so that looks pretty good. So we can see that it saved and had no issues with the original images and the separate analysis jobs. So remember that those are 2 separate things. You really want to make sure you've kept your original images. You can always rerun analyses, of course, but generally there hasn't been any problems as far as backing all this up. But this is just a check. So now that you've presumably checked a couple and you know, yep, it's successfully archived, you want to go back to the actual Incucyte machine and delete those original scans. So in order to do that, you're going to be leaving the Archives tab, and you're going to be going to this bottom one that says Administer. And now the good thing about this is we can only delete, so we're logged in right now as Gert's Lab, so when I go to this top tab here, Device Accounts Delete Logs, so I'm going to go to the Delete one, we can only delete ones that were scheduled as a Gert's Lab member. So you don't have to worry about accidentally deleting somebody else's scans forever. The only people who can do that is the actual administrators, which at this point in time at least is the Spike Lab. So what you'll do is just go through, find the ones that you've already checked. Again, February is all gone, so you would just select those, and here at the bottom right, delete. I'm obviously not going to do that because these are still archiving. But that's how you archive everything and how you access anything that's already been archived and then delete archive data that you have confirmed.